On this week's episode of Bungalower on the Bus, we are hanging out at Hungry Pants talking about how you need to pay your fare on Sunrail.
And we clear up some of that drama all about Thornton Park Dexter's and Hamburger Mary's getting kicked out by their landlord.
Welcome to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the Bus, John Busdecker.
And I am a black bean brownie, Brendan O'Connor from Bungalower.com.
That sounds like a 1970s blaxploitation movie.
Well,
Black bean
that
brownie.
makes me sound like I'm black-exploiting people.
Yeah.
Here on Bungalower and the Bus, we talk about all of the top headlines in Orlando's downtown bungalow neighborhoods, including the Soto District,
where we are tonight. The Jinx.
You said Jinx. You gotta
I gotta buy a Coke. Yeah, we are here at Hungry Pants.
Hungry Pants. And these pants are always hungry, John. It's a new spot for the plant curious.
Ooh.
In the former Carol's Diner space on South Orange. And we just ate an amazing dinner.
I did. I had a tempeh tempeh sandwich.
Hippie sandwich.
It was great with avocados and
I had
very good.
tahini noodles.
Yeah, I had Brussels sprouts.
So good. I had like sweet potatoes and pesto and like an aioli. Man, anyway, it's so good. It's soft opening for the public for lunch on Monday. And then they'll be opening for dinner in December.
Yeah, and it's really cool in here, too. Like I was never in Carol's Place, but I can imagine what a place like Carol's Place would look like on the inside. This does not look like a Carol's Place.
It was like a greasy spoon before, right?
Yeah, which I have no problem with. But
then,
this is nice.
I like it. If you want to see what it looks like, we just did a Facebook Live walkthrough. You can see that over on our Facebook account.
If I wasn't married, this is
Bungalower.
where I would take a date.
Oh, why can't you take your wife on a date?
I could. I'm saying
if you were.
Oh man, I stepped in it. She doesn't listen to this.
No wonder she's off at school.
That's true.
John.
That's why she's 1,200 miles away.
Oh, boo.
So, Brendan, before we get too far, I want to thank our host from last week, Anna
You said that last
Escamani.
week to me.
I want to thank our guest host. She did a fantastic job.
She did a great job. Elected Representative Anna Escamani, thank you for coming on. I'm sorry John didn't let you talk more.
Did I talk a lot?
You talked a lot, John.
Did I?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, you talk a lot during ours, so
It's
I had
true.
to play your role.
When I was listening to it, I was like, oh, John sure does talk a lot. And Scotty was like, so do you. I guess we're not good listeners.
Well, like one of us has to drive the show, and the other one has to sort of sit passenger seat and
the elf to the Santa Claus.
Exactly. And so I was you last week, and Anna was me.
Great job.
Yeah, no, and I want to before we get too far. So once again,
you keep saying that.
Thank you.
It's too far. It's too late now.
Thank you, Anna. You did a great job. But I want to say this, Brent. I was going to say something kind to you. Would you shut up for a second?
I'll listen.
Here's what I want to say. I
Say it.
want to say thank you for all the work you do, Brendan, because I had to do all of your work last week, and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you got to prep for
a lot of
things.
work. You just show up looking pretty.
That's what I usually
being
do.
Sassy.
And I had to like write stuff down and study things, and so that's hard work. So
I thought you did a great job.
no, thank you.
Yeah.
It sounded better than it looked. Probably.
I think you're gonna have to do it by yourself next week.
Oh, jeez.
We'll talk about that later.
I don't know which other elected official I can get. We'll find one.
They'll all do it.
I'm sure they will.
Get Patty Sheehan to do it.
I'm sure she would.
Or Buddy Dyer.
Yeah, well, he's already done
election
it.
year.
Yeah,
Get him, just you and him.
I would just talk the whole time. So,
He'd
Brendan.
be like, oh, I like that too.
So we, like you said, we talk about all things Orlando here on Bungalower on the Bus. You can also go to bungalower.com. This is where we get our headlines.
Yeah.
And follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
But while we're talking about it, the reason I wasn't here last time was because I was at Alden Suites.
Yep.
In St. Pete Beach, getting an influencer treatment for like 3 nights there, man. It was so much fun. John, it was awesome. There was a booze cruise. I had my own private little bungalow. They gave me a bungalow because of Bungalower.
Nice.
Yeah. Can we talk? Can we hear every?
Yeah.
It's a lot of cackling influencer chickens.
Yeah, well,
around
that's
us
what
right
happens
now.
when you go to these events.
Yeah, you feed them and then they talk. That's why I don't date girls. Just kidding.
That's not the only reason.
And I'm gay. What's up this week? What's happened?
Lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to Immerse?
I did. I went with you. We went together.
We did the Dodecalis.
We went Friday. I was there Friday. You were there Friday and Saturday. It was good. I had a good time.
Did you get in the inflatable thing?
I did not. It's still up, though, right?
Until Saturday.
Yeah.
You should definitely. I might try to go during the day.
All right.
If you could get away. Want to have lunch with me?
Maybe.
All right.
What, today?
It
Friday?
glows. Yeah, Saturday, Friday. We'll figure it out. It's just something really special. You don't see it a lot. If you don't know what we're talking about, we shared a video to our Instagram at Orlando Bungalower. You can see what it looks like. It's like an inflatable Martian intestine / maze.
Cosmic world.
Cosmic alien world. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's downtown. You can go check it out.
Yeah, it's from England. I saw Les Miserables.
I saw the photos. You and Jim Colbert and...
Yeah,
the whole crew was there.
I wasn't really sitting with them. I saw them up there, so I went and bugged them.
They had good seats. You had crummy seats.
They were like 2 rows above me.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which doesn't generally happen. Usually I have better seats than them. But
2 rows is basically the same.
They're
though,
weaseling
right?
in.
Uh-huh.
No. I think it's definitely a reflection of how much Dr. Phillips likes you.
Really?
Is where they put you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So who's in front?
Not many other people. But they were there. Jack Bradshaw was ahead of Jim. Anyway, it was fun. Les Mis is a great show. Probably the best cast performance I've seen at Dr. Phillips.
Wow.
Yet.
Okay.
Blown away.
Any of those old blue hairs walk out this time like they did when I was there?
One dude did at the end, just because, but I knew it was because he wanted to beat the rush to his car.
I can see that, although kind of.
not good.
No.
People leaving early to get to the car.
It's one thing to do it at the end
rude.
of a sports game or a game.
People see you. You know, the cast sees you.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah,
and especially since this was such a great cast. People should go see it if you have a chance.
Stay in your seat.
I also did a tour of the yard in Ivanhoe Village.
All right.
Yeah, it's a giant thing that replaced all the warehouses.
How was it?
It was cool.
Yeah,
the views are like unmatched.
It's just like an apartment building, right? Or more than an apartment building. Live, work, play.
Live, work, play. They're going to have these really cool retail things up front. Yeah, it's going to be neat. This pool, rooftop pools.
Cool. When are they open?
Foxtail's probably going to be there. December 15th is what they're saying.
Okay. Does it look like it's going to be done December 15th? Or?
They're going to do it in phases.
Okay.
So the first one that I got toured through, yeah, definitely will be done. I don't think the other 3 are scheduled to be done until the end of 2020.
What's that rent going for?
Not cheap. $1,500 for a 1 bedroom, I think.
All right.
Yeah. And then
you're gonna have to charge that. I mean, you got a huge place.
It's comparable to like what the houses are in that neighborhood. It's like
It's just different though. Like you can't charge less. You can't charge $1,000 for that place.
Plus, there's a rooftop pool. You don't have to mow your lawn.
All
there's
of
a
that.
gym. Like.
That's just the price of places living right there. So
yeah. And again,
I'm not shocked by it.
John, the views. There's this one corner unit that we got toured through, and you can see it on the Facebook Live video we did. You can see all of Orlando.
Really?
Like, it's beautiful.
Cool.
And it wasn't like the top floor even.
Yeah.
So super cool. I'm trying to think of what else we're doing. If you want to win tickets to an international punk festival,
I do.
Taking place at Will's Pub. It's being hosted by Punching Babies at Will's Pub on
I like
Monday.
the name already.
And it's got 8 different bands from around the world. Canada, England, Italy. Like, really cool lineup.
Awesome.
Foreign Descent 9. So just go hop over to Instagram to win.
When is that? Do you know?
Monday at like 8 o'clock?
Monday?
9 o'clock?
Oh, man, I'm in bed already.
Punk sleeps
That's
for
right.
no one.
Punks stay up late and...
Want to talk some headlines?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
This is why I come to the show here.
Thank you for the qualifier.
I had to. Just because it's Friday at 9, can't mean I say words like that.
Sunrail is upping
Pay your tickets.
Yeah, pay your tickets,
You gotta
y'all.
pay your tickets.
Apparently. How many years has it been?
Like 6? 5?
6? 5? I think 5.
It's been a while.
Apparently, they haven't been enforcing their ticket procedures.
Because we're all very honest here in Central Florida.
Or they just don't care.
Well, it could be an economic thing. Maybe they're like, well, it's cheaper to not pay somebody to check it. because we're getting all these tickets, but obviously that's not the case.
Well, the state said they got to get their act together, finally.
Yeah, because in 7 years, we got to start paying for this thing.
Yeah.
When I say we, I mean like all the communities that are part of it.
And the problem comes, John, you have to tap on when you get on.
There's a little,
and then you have to tap on when you get off.
Yeah.
And when you're not tapping when you get off, it doesn't measure what your fare is.
Oh,
so you're just not paying what you're supposed to be paying.
Wow.
Right. And I don't think people are doing it maliciously, mostly.
I'm sure there's some, though.
Yeah, some probably are, just working the system, but there's nobody there to make sure that you're doing it. When they launched, they had people.
They did, ambassadors.
No longer. They haven't been doing it. That's a lot of money they're missing out on.
True. Although...
And you don't even know how many people are riding and leaving.
Although I don't think, whatever the amount of money they're losing based on this, I'm sure it's not going to make up any funding gaps. Like, I mean, it might be a couple $1,000s or several $1,000s.
If you're measuring it, I'm sure it's tens of thousands.
All right, well, you need millions to operate that thing.
Yeah, you need 20,000 operate it in a day.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, because I mean, what do they say? 5,000 people ride it a day.
It's still like what? I bet it's like 2,000. Let's just say 2,000 a day that they're missing out on. I'm just making that up.
Yeah.
That's 2,000 less a day that taxpayers have to pay to make it happen.
2,000 people, so 4,000 a day. I mean, it's a good chunk of change. Don't get me wrong.
I made up all those numbers. I'm just saying,
pay your stuff.
Your fare. Yeah. But if they're not enforcing it, or it's just on a smart way to do it, then like who's that on? That's a design failure.
It's true.
It's a design failure.
No, I agree.
Design
with that.
and staffing.
Yeah.
Dexter's Thornton Park has new owners.
A little drama on that.
A little bit of drama.
A little bit. I sort of caught a little bit of this. I'll tell you what I know.
Okay, you tell me what
and this is just what I saw online.
Okay, and I'll react.
A local news publication. That
we're not going to name them.
Rhymes with Morlando Schweekly. Posted a photo/story.
Okay.
That said all the diners were kicked out and
at Thornton Park,
Dexter's, and they
in the rain,
couldn't finish their food.
Yeah,
couldn't finish their dinners.
Yeah,
and sounds like that was a little embellished. Maybe I don't know.
There was immediately
you're gonna tell me the proper story.
As I always do, John.
You do. I just believe everything I see on Facebook.
But you're representing the everyman.
I am.
This is great.
I am.
And then I represent Bungalower.
That's true.
Schooling the masses.
That's right.
Maybe, if I don't get this wrong. So that post that Orlando Schmeekly,
yeah, don't give it away, Brendan.
Was an employee, but not a reporter. So they shared somebody else's post on Facebook, like, "Oh, this is crazy. Did you guys hear this?" And then a reporter saw it, scooped it up, wrote a story on it, and then apparently there was immediately lash out from diners who were there saying, this isn't true. People were asked to wrap up and finish their stuff. Nobody was kicked out on their butts. People even came right when we were locking the door, old regulars, and we still gave them free drinks and just let them leave on their own time. So just a shame that happened. So we waited to write about it until I had a little bit more facts.
That's very good of you,
right?
Brendan.
Because you don't know. Everybody, I don't know what it was, but every media outlet jumped on the story that it was selling. Nobody was really talking to the new owners or like trying to bother with who they were.
Phone call.
So Dexter, who used to own it, and
Hence
the other
the name?
Dexters, apparently fell ill. And those properties were sold off en masse. Greg Peters and company owned the Thornton Park one. They didn't have it long. They ended up selling it rather quickly and recently, and they didn't want to operate it anymore. So they did close a little bit early that day.
Okay. Which is a little odd because I just feel like, couldn't you wait till like 11 or like
you could.
10?
But I think it's probably when the sale came through or something.
Oh,
and they were just
we're done.
Not ours anymore.
Not your problem.
Right, which says a lot about their
That just seems weird
for
to
the
me.
space.
Like, I mean, I've worked in restaurants, and things happen. Sometimes you close, but
you look after your guests.
Yeah,
I don't think I like that either.
Yeah.
I get conjecture, right? We don't know.
I don't
exactly
know. I wasn't there. I don't know the place.
So the new owners are Brian Minkle, who is an amazing craft cocktail bartender who's been on the downtown scene forever, like at the Lodge and the Woods and Burton's. And his buddy Matthew Nicoletti And the new chef is actually a friend of mine. I'm not allowed to say who she is, but I gave her gender away.
Oh, yeah, at least half the world we can pick her out from.
Super good. They don't want to do anything drastically different from the old school Dexters. They really know that the core of their business are locals. They want people, I think the quote from Brian was, I want someone to walk in thinking it's Dexter's, look at the menu and be like, oh, I could eat here.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what
I like those places. I mean, I like those types of places. I mean, there's all these restaurants here in Orlando, and they want to do something sort of way out there or different, and that's fine.
We just had tahini noodles.
Sometimes you just want a burger, like a plain old burger and fries.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But and actually, leading off of this story, there's a man who used to work there in the kitchen. He's visually impaired. Ronnie Outlaw.
Sounds like a wrestler name.
I actually met him not too long ago. I have a friend who's a server there. Ronnie had his rent doubled on him, and then recently just lost his job in this shuffle, as all the serving staff and kitchen staff did.
Yeah.
And he's been there for 20 years, and so he's trying to find a new gig, but as you can imagine, it's hard for somebody who's basically blind to get a kitchen gig and also pay rent. And so they launched a GoFundMe for him, and I'm hoping there's enough cash that they get from this. I think they had already raised $6,000.
Oh, wow.
To float him for a couple of months. And maybe he can start back up at this new space.
Hopefully that works out.
Hire him. Yeah, I hope they can just hire him back. If they don't change the kitchen, he's a great guy. He knows what he's doing, and everybody who knows him seems to really respect and love him.
Good. So I hope that works out.
We're hoping Ronnie does well. If you want to contribute to that GoFundMe, you can go over to our Facebook account, and we shared it there on the Facebook wall.
Cool.
2 local Steak and Shakes have closed.
I saw this. So back before I lived here in Central Florida, Brendan, I used to live in Michigan, which I've said this numerous times.
Always bragging.
Yeah. And before I could really kind of go out to the bar and have beers legally, I would actually hang out at Steak and Shake.
What?
Yeah, because they were open 24 hours, and it was a place you could hang out and just drink coffee and do whatever. And that was kind of my hangout spot for years.
Still feel like you're out on the town?
Yeah, I mean, it was close to my house, and, you could go there at 3 in the morning and hang out and drink coffee and just be somewhere and, doing some stuff.
But
they're closing.
They're not doing well. They're not doing well. So corporate saw a loss of over $18 million in the first quarter of this year.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
The company's re-looking at their franchise program, and so as such, they're looking at non-performing ones. And the Colonial Drive location and the Winter Park location have both been closed.
Wow.
And they're saying that they're going to reopen the Colonial Drive one under new franchise ownership.
And where's that at on Colonial? Is it near Baldwin? It's near Baldwin.
Yeah, on the way there.
Okay.
Closer to Fashion Square Mall.
Okay,
area.
and then the Winter Park one's on Orange or Orlando Avenue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right across the street from Publix.
Yes, and that one's closed, not coming back.
All right.
Yeah. So it's just interesting to watch chains like that go through the struggle. So especially in Orlando.
Steak and Shake is it's not that expensive at Steak and Shake. I mean, their burgers are $5,
I've
right?
eaten there a couple times. I'll get a Frisco melt.
I'll tell you what, when I was little, when I was 7 or 8, when we would come to Florida, we would go to Steak and Shake because they didn't have them where I grew up until later, and so it was a big deal to go to a Steak and Shake because it was just a kind of a 50s kind of diner.
Yeah.
You get those little shoestring fries, which you can't get everywhere.
Which are so good. I feel like we only go there now if it's we were wasted.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's probably true.
Gotta get some something grease.
Are they open 24 hours here?
Late, at least.
Late?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it falls in that gap of it's probably a little more expensive than fast food, but not
fast food.
But it's not.
No,
McDonald's. It's not McDonald's.
Not
cheap.
McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. So it feels it's in this gap though, where it's not like an Applebee's.
You just get the gut rot.
Yeah.
If you're gonna eat it.
So I don't know. I don't know what their clientele if they're just going to somewhere else.
Well, apparently a lot of people, Bungalower readers, could care less.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like most of our real radio listeners who also follow our Facebook were this is a travesty. I love it. I haven't been there forever.
Well,
I like seeing that clash between our listenership and our readership.
Your rich listeners of our rich Bungalower readers.
Yeah.
To your not so rich real
I
radio
don't know if it's
listeners.
about wealth. I think it's just
Class.
weird. Just demographics, basic demos. The Beecham's going to be getting a major facade update.
I saw this. I saw the renderings. They look great. Like if they really do what they say they're going to do.
Yeah, very Art Deco.
That like digital sign.
Yeah,
That's going to be cool.
A la Apollo Theater.
I love it.
In New York.
Yeah, I love it.
Construction's expected to start in 2020. If you want to see what we're talking about, you can head over to bungalower.com.
I like the old pictures of it. That it looks like they painted some things over it, or even like
covered
plastered
windows.
over it.
They covered over windows, stucco.
That's crazy to me.
They're talking about maybe bringing some of that back. It was built in 1907 by Braxton Beecham. He's a former cattle rancher and mayor. He was the mayor of Orlando in 1907. And they built it on top of the old county jail site.
Really?
Yeah, the
so
county
it's
jail
haunted
used to be
with
there.
Orlando inmates.
Well, that's also where the tunnel is.
Yeah.
That goes underneath Orange Avenue and into the Angelbilt. And now that I know there was a county jail there, I didn't know that. I guarantee there's ghosts in that tunnel.
Probably.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Old, like, citrus farmer vampires. Waiting to suck my blood, touch my butt.
I don't think that's what vampires do.
I don't know.
You must have had different vampire stories growing up in Canada.
They're going to touch your butt. The new owner got a $120,000 facade grant from the city. They just have to go through, since it's a historic structure, it's downtown, they have to go through like all the committees to make sure everything's kosher. Everybody gets to weigh in with their heavy opinions.
Oh, great.
Before you can do anything downtown. You can even paint like a window.
Really?
You got to get a permit.
Really?
Like, come on, people. That Mills 50 Starbucks is still happening.
Yeah? Everybody up in arms about this?
They are, but you know what? We'll talk about it after the break.
Can I get some coffee?
Yeah, let's get some coffee.
Okay.
All right.
Orange County Library System wants to make sure you know about these 3 things. Did you know you can get books and other library materials delivered right to your home? Check the materials out online and they will come to you in one of our blue bags of happiness. Orlando Public Library and Orange County Regional History Center team up to bring you Trick or Treat Safe Zone on October 26th. Young ghouls and goblins will enjoy face painting, creepy crafts, candy, and more. Meet the authors of The Adventurers Club. Sunshine State Award-winning authors Zach Lauren Clark and Nick Eliopoulos will be at our Fairview Shores branch on October 29th. Learn about these 3 things and much more at ocls.info or call 407-835-7323. That's ocls.info or 407-835-7323. Orange County Library System is your place to learn, grow, connect.
Welcome back to Bungalower and the Bus. I am the Bus, John Busdecker.
And I'm the no-see-em that bit your butt, Brendan O'Connor.
You got a lot of those bites,
I have
don't
so
you?
many, and I can't stop thinking about it.
You went out to the beach. Just don't think about it.
Oh.
Don't scratch them.
All right, mind
You'll be
over
fine.
matter. I got a fancy white blossom balm from Dong A. Co.
You
in
went
Mills
there?
50. Yeah.
Ah,
I bought it.
this is for your bug bites, right?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to get, like, on my thighs.
Oh, I'll let Scotty do
I gotta
that.
get my upper inner thighs. I
All
need
right.
some help. Will you get them for
No,
me, John?
no. Here on Bungalow and the Bus, we talk about all things downtown Orlando and the surrounding neighborhoods, such as Sodo, where we are tonight
At
Hungry Pants.
Hungry Pants.
That is a restaurant, if you didn't know.
I'm going to put on my Hungry Pants.
I didn't get the story behind the name, did you?
I think it's just what they call each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just
Maybe
like,
we'll actually ask somebody at
such
some
a
point.
cute little couple. And they're like, oh, I'm Hungry Pants tonight.
Oh,
What are
that
we
makes
gonna
sense.
eat?
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
They actually have pants framed. Beautiful,
They
cute
do.
little patterned pants. It is adorable in here.
Yeah, it's very pink.
Millennial pink flooring.
Yeah, lots of Instagram-worthy things to see in here.
Yeah, it looks like
but the
museum
food's delicious. I
And the food's
say
great.
that. The food's very, very, very good.
tahini noodles.
Yeah.
If my
Tempeh
wellness
sandwich.
coach is listening,
She's not.
I ate and didn't necessarily cheat, except for the brownie.
Except for the brownie and the piece of
Aw.
pie.
I'm going to have to do 20 more squats
Yeah,
tonight.
you are.
What were we talking about before the break?
Starbucks.
Guys, it's just so important. We're getting another Starbucks.
Finally. We don't have enough.
No, especially in Mills 50.
I mean, there's probably one in that Target there on Colonial.
There's actually like 3 all around where this is going to be. They're taking over. They already purchased the Ice Cold Auto Air spot.
Which I have a beef with them anyway, so I don't care if that building
Ice Cold Auto Air?
Yeah. Some guy who works there sold me a junky bicycle one time.
A lemon of a bite.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't care if that place burns to the ground.
Well, it's gonna.
Good.
Any minute now. They just put up their demo fence. We told you about this first in May of last year that Starbucks was sniffing around.
Wow.
And they just put up a demo fence. They're prepping to knock it down. It's still moving through zoning with the city of Orlando, but you can see the renderings of what it's going to look like. And it's going to have a drive-through. It's right at the intersection of Fern Creek and Colonial.
Yeah, right by. There's a 7-Eleven there. There's a Japanese restaurant that'll probably never get built across the street.
Which everyone keeps asking me about it. And I'm like, I'm not talking about that lot anymore.
No.
Because it has changed the concepts like 10 times since I worked for Bungalower. Just not going to talk about it anymore until I see a sign not talking about it. But this intersection is already pretty busy.
Colonial's busy all the time.
Yeah, but this specific intersection is crazy, just like residential traffic, pass-through traffic. It's a cut-through, too, right behind it. I would like to see if there was a traffic report done on putting a drive-through for Starbucks there. Are people using Starbucks drive-throughs still?
I'm sure they are. You don't build it unless people go, right?
I guess. There's so many Starbucks around there.
Are there?
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh, what about Lineage?"
They'll do fine.
Well, if you have 20 minutes to get a coffee, you could go to Lineage, but Starbucks is like express, not great.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, sometimes you're in a rush and you need a coffee. I know what you mean. No, they got good coffee there.
It's just
a hangout place,
it's a slow
too.
drip.
Yeah. It's a good place to hang out and do your homework, too.
My nose is tickly. My nose is all
tickly. You got
tickly.
a slow drip in your nose, it sounds like.
Yeah, feels like a fast one.
So when's this going to open? This Starbucks?
We don't know.
You don't care?
It took a year for them to buy it and put the demo fence up, so who knows? There's no timeline, and they're corporate. Corporate people never call me back.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't know the power of Brendan O'Connor at Bungalower.com. He makes or breaks places here in Orlando.
Make or break them. Actually, which brings up, we're going to talk some S.
Some smack?
A little bit. Want to talk some smack?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Lincoln Property, which owns the 2 huge towers that are going up at Church Street. They're knocking down Orchid Garden kind of to build that new food hall. Yeah. They own the Bumby building, which is where Hamburger Mary's is.
Yes.
Hamburger Mary's subleases half of that restaurant in that building to Pepe's Cantina, which
they're
we've
next
been
door.
before. So they sublease from Hamburger Mary's. There's construction happening right now for this food hall, and Hamburger Mary's is saying that they are being cut out by the developer. Their ADA accessibility is like nil. They've had to bring people in wheelchairs through their kitchen to get into the restaurant because of the construction, and they're calling them out. They tried to call the developer to task, did not apparently want to talk to them. They went to the municipal planning board, which this I don't understand, because if you get vetted before you're allowed to go and pitch. Yeah. They were allowed to go pitch the MPB. They told them, hey, we are not ADA accessible right now because the developers basically shut out our patio. We can't get people in our restaurant. Yeah. I don't know what to do. And the MPB told them, not a problem with us. That's a tenant and landlord issue. Okay. You need to talk to them about it. And guess who happened to be there? Lincoln showed up. Okay. And they were like, unfortunately, people get hurt in these instances when you're building something new, something big like this. Someone gets hurt. We're saying Hamburger Mary's, you're basically collateral damage. That is not cool, especially, John, since they got a $40-some million incentive package from the city to be building those projects in the first place. So that, to me, is not okay. And I talked to the owners of Hamburger Mary's, and they were basically getting bullied. They tried to do like a buyout package of their lease and leave.
They wouldn't let them do it.
They were into it, and then all of a sudden they stopped negotiations and didn't want to do it anymore. And then apparently, according to the owners of Hamburger Mary's, they were told by the developer, good luck trying to stay open during construction.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy to me. Especially when you look at it's a successful business. It's been there for a while.
And that can be a tough spot. I mean, parking down there is a little bit of a challenge.
Killing Church Street.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they've been able to still retain their...
they're unique. They're different.
They're unique. People go there. It's still a destination.
It is a destination. I've been there on bingo nights on Tuesdays they do.
But compound that with a landlord that obviously wants you out so they can expand their food hall. I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah. So what is Hamburger Mary's doing? Are they looking for a new place?
Well, they say, but they're kind of interested in just closing up too. But you have to get out of the lease, and the only way to do that is to break it now because they won't take a buyout, or they're not being offered a buyout anymore. So, yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is.
They're basically getting forced to break their lease.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what happened with El Buddha. Right,
which was a great
behind
restaurant,
but not super busy.
No, because I think it goes back to parking and even like I-4 construction, and it's just like a pain over there right now. And hopefully in 5 years it'll be great.
Yeah,
they've probably been saying that every 5 years. Well,
I know
years from now it'll be great.
The construction guys that are working on it actually know the company. They didn't know about any of this, and so they're trying to like bridge the gap between them and help everybody out. So hopefully they can find some sort of resolution. And Lincoln, if any of y'all are listening, step it up. Orlando doesn't take kindly to bullying institutional restaurants.
It's true.
Yeah. If you want to talk about it, please reach out and we'll quote you and maybe even talk to you on the radio.
There you go.
We'd love to hear more about it. Because this is a forum for conversation.
This is true.
But I know you're not going to answer my emails, so
they might.
We'll talk about it on
They might. Maybe they'll hear you. And
they haven't.
Are they based here?
No, but they have an office here because they're building 2 huge towers. Yeah, I like the projects they're doing. They're beautiful architecturally.
And a food hall is going to do very well.
Oh man, and the renderings of that food hall are gorgeous.
Yeah,
but you can't take an incentive from the city and then say that you're working with local businesses and business owners, and then turn around and kick them in the butt. And I say kick loosely.
Yeah. And once again, maybe they have a side to this that we haven't heard yet.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Lincoln. I want to hear all about it. What's your motivations? Volunteers are raising funds to buy the Eola 7-Eleven building.
2 little ladies or something like that. Yeah, this is
little old ladies.
This is what they said. This is not
quotation marks.
This is not me calling them little old ladies.
Yeah, you're not ageist. You love old ladies.
No, I do. I love old ladies.
You are an old lady.
Pretty much. But no, this is what they call themselves.
Yeah, and they've teamed up with local area philanthropist Ted Haddock. #moneybags Ted Haddock. He's a friend. I can call him it. He actually is really involved with local land preservation movements. So it's great to see that he's teamed up with Miss Lynn Long and Eugenia Sefcik.
That is some southern names there.
So this was triggered, John. This lot that we're talking about is where the 7-Eleven is at the corner of Central and Rosalind.
Right across the street from the library.
Yes, and the Modera Centrals.
It used to be a really cool bar. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Blank Space.
Blank Space. Yeah, that was a cool bar.
That was a landscape architect.
I used to go there and hang out and drink beers and listen to records.
He's still around.
That's a cool bar.
And I can't remember where he is now, but I've talked to him. And
yeah.
Sorry if you're listening. I forget where you are now.
I liked it there. Anyway, there's 7-Eleven now.
Yeah, 7-Eleven there, and then there's a little building next to it. Looks like colonial, like Spanish colonial kind of.
Yeah.
That was all going to get knocked down for a 28-story tower that was approved eventually by the city, but then just fell apart because they didn't have the cash or the means to do it.
All right.
They wanted to expand a little bit into the purview of the park too, but people were freaking out. They're like, "It's going to cast a shadow on the park. We don't like shadows. We're all about sunshine here. Get rid of it." And my response was, who wants to sit in the sun in Orlando? Give me a shady park any day, and I will be picnicking there.
But do you want a 28-story building right there in the park?
There's going to be a waterfall.
All right,
cool.
so you want the space to get filled in.
I see what you're doing. But I liked the concept. And when you look at it as a developer and a real estate person, that is one of the best, maybe only world-class downtown development sites that you could be pimping out to really big developers to do some game-changing buildings.
No, I agree.
But these people want to buy it and make it into more park space, which is also cool.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I was really impressed by this because I saw the story in the Orlando Sentinel today about it, and
nice.
I read other publications.
Yeah, good.
Not just Bungalower.
You're an omnivore.
Yeah. But I was surprised because they're not buying this to keep what's there. They're buying this to hopefully knock down what's there.
And I think...
Which is the 7-Eleven.
I actually think Ted Haddock owns the little Spanish Colonial building.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that for sure.
That place to me seems like a men's club from like the 1920s.
If you go in it, which I have, it feels like that.
Okay.
A lot of wood paneling.
Masquerade party.
Yeah. Well,
that's what it looks like.
Eyes wide
exactly,
shut.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
That's what it looks like from the outside.
I'm sure that's happened there.
I don't know what happens inside.
Maybe Ted did. I'll ask him about it.
But anyway, to knock down a building that's there to just make park space, I mean, that's pretty different.
Pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
And I would assume they're going to knock down the office building where the 7-Eleven is and then just put lawn there, but then keep their building and just have that like in the center of it because it's a prettier...
Because it's not just a 7-Eleven. It's that barbershop. It's that key-making place.
They don't care about that. They don't, are they going to...
I don't know, unless you need a haircut.
Put them somewhere else. I'm not saying I don't care about it, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's just like that developer with Hamburger Mary's. It's in the way. They have a vision, and they're going to get rid of the road bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Crazy.
But they need to raise $3.5 million?
Yeah, I don't think that's hard, though.
If you got money, it's hard for you and I.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I can't even raise $35 between us.
That's not true.
Yeah, all right. $3,500 would be a challenge.
That's hard. That's hard. Kitty Beautiful Cat Cafe.
Yeah, you loved it.
You're such a dink. I said dink.
Yeah.
You don't have to dump it. They are open.
They're open.
If you want to have a coffee, and there's another room in the back where they keep the adoptable cats, it's up to you.
Okay.
Kitty Beautiful Cat Cafe.
Downtown.
I think they could have made it look cuter.
I haven't been yet, so I don't know. I've been to the Cat Cafe in Claremont.
Okay.
Which was nice. Axum Coffee.
Oh.
They were the coffee folks out there. And
okay.
It's kind of out there. I did a story on it years ago.
They've already adopted 5 cats.
Oh, all right.
Out of it, which is cool.
That's
Pet
very
Alliance
nice.
is sourcing the cats that you can adopt.
Sourcing them. It sounds like cotton or something like that, or feathers.
Yeah, cats.
Sourcing the cats.
The cats. And it's not to eat. Just a little dumpy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll say it again.
Okay.
I said it on Jim Colbert earlier.
What makes it a little dumpy?
It looks like secondhand, like 90s restaurant furniture.
Do you think it might be? Because like we don't want the cats to pee on
I
new
think
furniture?
they were just like, we don't have a lot of capital. Let's get what we can.
Okay.
But that's what it looks like.
Oh.
You know, and the painting is weird, and we shared the pictures. Maybe it doesn't matter.
You want it to be more
like Hungry Pants.
Cool. It's pretty cool in here.
Like if this was a cat cafe, you'd be adopting out 100 cats.
Yeah.
You know, or like really lean into it, make it look like a granny's house.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be a great idea.
That is so smart.
Granny Kitty Cafe.
Yeah, and then like the people who work there are like the crazy cat ladies. Like
they wear wigs and stuff.
That's so funny. Like just lean into it. There's just not like a unifying vision outside of the fact that it's like a place where you can get a coffee and look at cats.
Okay.
And
you need more.
I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't because I'm not their target market.
You're not?
No.
You don't want a cat?
No.
You hate cats. Brendan O'Connor hates cats.
You know what, John? I kind of do. And I kind of do.
All right, I didn't think I'd get that out of you.
I don't like feral cats, and I hate when people call them neighborhood pets. Like,
oh, I have a bunch of cats in my neighborhood. I don't
can't.
call them neighborhood pets. They're just wild cats.
You know what's
that
a
live in the
neighborhood
neighborhood.
pet?
Huh?
Birds.
Birds. I do like birds.
Feed your birds. Like, it's just not cool.
All right. All right.
Anyway.
So go check it out yourself. Don't just take Brendan's word for it.
Don't send me an email because I don't like cats.
You can.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah, send him a letter. Go read that. Type it out on a typewriter.
If you need to get a free tree.
We talked about this last week. Did you not listen to last week's episode?
Listened. Oh, but you didn't know what the types were.
Yeah, tree's a tree.
Did you? Oh, you can't get them because you're in the county.
No, I can't. Although you could go to a city event and get a tree. They ain't gonna check you that hard.
Oh, you did say that.
I did. That's true. I've been to city
trouble
events and they're like,
sending people. Towards the end of the event, they don't care. They just don't want to load the trees up.
No,
again.
I get it.
Yeah, don't go in the beginning
I'm
like
turn.
I'm for Winter Park.
Yeah, my license says Orlando. They wouldn't know the difference. They'd have to check it up in a database or something.
That's true.
Anyway,
I got 2. I got the tea olive.
Okay.
And a persimmon.
Persimmon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the fruit? The persimmon fruit?
What'd you call me?
Persimmon. Ever had one of those?
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, I like it.
Tastes really weird.
Yeah.
Makes
Too
your
weird?
mouth all numb.
What, numb?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like when you make out for a long time. you can't talk anymore.
I'll let you know when I
All
make
right.
out for the first time.
We're not really going to talk about this on the site. There was a big hullabaloo, stink bomb. Ellipsis Brewing got a cease and desist from the Milk District.
I saw this.
Because they were selling a Milk District beer.
But it was an accident, right?
Well,
supposedly?
That's the story
That's
now.
what I read.
The Milk District was trying to contact them for a while, like, hey, we know you have a Milk District beer. We have a trademark. Let's talk about this.
Okay,
and we went through this with Ivanhoe Brewing because they were going to do a Bungalower beer.
Oh.
And then we were like, we own it.
Yeah.
We know what you're doing. You
yeah.
know, like,
they can call it Bungalow beer,
give us
though,
a
right?
cut or find out another
we'll
name.
Sue your hungry pants off of you.
And so they changed the name. And we work with them all the time.
Good.
And it was great.
Good.
But they
and
just
he broke his
hold.
legs.
He
broke his knees.
Yeah, stole his dog and knocked down his mailbox. But they just couldn't touch base, and for whatever reason, a cease and desist was sent to Ellipsis to stop using our Milk District name. You're awful. And they posted on their Facebook, and everybody got mad. But they have since reached a conclusion. Everything's okay.
Good.
They're still working together. You can still get Milk District beer.
Okay.
Okay, everybody.
Good. Phew.
God.
Now we move on to world peace. If you solve that, you can solve world peace.
So exhausting. People just bring drama everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm going to be judging all the Halloween contests.
Really?
Like all of them, John. I'm at the Thornton Park one.
They're like, who could we get in town that has nothing better to do? Brendan O'Connor.
Brendan O'Connor. I'm going to Plaza Ween, Wall Street on Halloween.
Oh,
I'll be there judging that
That's
contest.
a Thursday night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you going to come?
Maybe.
I'll get you in.
Maybe.
I'm going to be
My mother-in-law is going to be in town.
Oh, bring her.
Oh, okay.
Would she be into it?
No.
No. It's so much fun. I went last year and hung out with Sabrina from News Junkie, and we got ripped. Yeah. And there was one of the girls from Stranger Things who lives here locally. So it was us three up on stage in front of a sea of just drunk people. It was so much fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully
Halloween is this weekend to party,
but
right?
This week, well, I think it's all week.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not usually after. It's not going to be next weekend. It's not going to be after Halloween.
No.
The parties downtown will be this weekend.
Between this weekend and Thursday.
Yes.
I'm going to be... There's a dog costume contest on Saturday at Rock Pit.
Love it.
I'm judging that. Thornton Park is having their big block party on Saturday. That's going to be super fun. I'll also be judging that contest. The Winter Park Halloween Street Party is taking place on Wednesday, which is going to be like at Hannibal Square. That's super fun. I'm going to be a judge there. And then again, Wall Street on Halloween.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to wear a judge's costume?
I always wear it because Halloween's my birthday.
Yep.
So I like to do it up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be Pickle Rick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What are you going to wear for that? Do you have a whole pickle costume?
I do, and I have a muscle suit costume.
Oh, nice.
And then I just got the rat parts today.
Okay.
So it's going to look pretty good.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. I'll be that. I was going to be my caveman glam thing and show off my legs, but they're all covered in insect bites.
Oh, gross. Nobody
when
wants
I went
to see
the
that.
nudie beach.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that. Saturday. Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk is taking place Saturday. They usually get 65,000 participants.
That's a lot.
This is the largest cancer walk in the nation.
That's crazy.
It's insane. 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. around Lake Eola Park. It's the 23rd one that they've done. It's super fun. Even if you're not going to go walk, you could go throw some money at them or just go party because the party around Lake Eola is super
going to throw change at them as they walk by?
Yeah. If you're in Canada, you could throw loonies and toonies.
All right. Maybe just donate to the cause instead of throwing money at them.
You know what?
Here's some money.
You're all adults out there. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Chills 50 pub crawl and costume contest is taking place in Mills 50, also Ivanhoe Village.
I like the name.
Buy a wristband and make your way through all the spots on Mills and Virginia Drive. It's like $10. Starts at 7:30 on Saturday. Central Florida Veg Fest is taking place on Saturday. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Totally free, but if you park your car there, it's $5. They have speakers, presentations, food demos, all that stuff. Witches and Reapers Halloween Paddle is taking place on Lake Ivanhoe. Everybody gets dressed like a witch, and you can paddle out with like 100 other witches.
Really?
Yeah,
I like
8:30 a.m.
I got a kayak. I got two.
I think you have to paddle board.
Oh, I don't have a paddle board.
Okay, you can rent one.
I can stand up in my kayak and see how that works out.
You can. I've done it in a canoe.
Oh, all right.
You can rent a board for $30 if you want there during the event. Movieola, The Nightmare Before Christmas, is screening at Lake Eola, 7 o'clock on Saturday, totally free. They're going to have pumpkin painting for the little ones.
We got to wrap it up.
Calle Orange Festival is taking place. It's 21st year of the festival. Downtown, 10 city blocks downtown are closed. Thousands of Latinas, Latino, Latinx people will be hanging out.
It's going to be a busy weekend downtown.
It's going to be crazy. Thousands of people.
Thousands.
11 a.m. on Sunday, totally free. And then there's a Stranger Things vintage pop-up at Retro Mended if you want to get some curated 80s and 90s clothing and accessories before Halloween. Retro Mended is at 930 North Mills Avenue. Check out all the other events on bungalower.com.
One thing, we got our last scheduled Wally's bingo on Monday, so come check that out. It's free, 7 o'clock, Wally's in Mills 50. We host a bingo night.
We're giving away our last 2 tickets to the Vampire Ball.
Yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff. Fun Spot and Pinball Lounge. Come out and check it out. It's all free.
Come and check it out.
And we got to say thanks to Hungry Pants for feeding
Hungry
us.
Pants. I loved my tahini noodles.
Come check it out.
Yeah, that's it.
See you guys next week.
Quit looking at my tahini.